Well, I've tackled the little aspects of what Aaron put out with his legal video, but let me take on the core element, which was pretty deceptive and didn't make any sense. So, Aaron, I think, was trying to make two major points. So, obviously, very quickly, if you don't know who he is the head of the SPTV Foundation, which has been rocked with controversy for now months about is it a real charity? Is it a fraud? Is it really serving its clients? And so on and so forth. And a lot of Aaron's former friends and allies have turned on him and revealed that he's very abusive and toxic. So the video is really not for his long-term subscribers, but I think some of his new subscribers who may be disturbed by these allegations and wonder what exactly is happening, what's going on. So a huge part of the video is for him to try to justify him not helping a lot of protesters, usually in LA and Austin, and with their legal bills and other matters. And we've already dealt with that thesis that, oh, I just can't do it, guys. Oh, it's not a good idea. No, there are plenty of activist lawyers. There are activist oriented charities, not justifying it. I'm just saying it's a fact. Like, it's really open news, right? It's not much of a secret that George Soros has his charity, and it seems pretty clearly his charity helps promote many protests, right? Like the BLM protests were supported by major foundations, and BLM locked itself into a lot of scandals and problems. But point is, no, foundations can and do fund protests. So not clear what he's saying. And we get to point number two, which was really strange, where he both says that the success of Streets LA, a kind of, I want to say phony, radical activist in LA, was not due to him, but he did support Streets LA, even though he didn't support Streets LA.
To, like, for entertainment purposes or for some egotistical self-serving purposes, choose to now fracture and divide and destroy the community and draw lines and promote tribalism. The fact is that has made the community and the audience of the community just not as interested in supporting many of the people in the community. And that is a shame, because it has really hurt the protest.
Even for Aaron. And I've seen his channel for the last couple of years. I've even gone to some of the older videos. So I don't want to act like a super expert on Aaron on all things. There are things about Aaron I don't know, but I do know enough to know that he keeps having this tendency to do revisionist history on the fly. Now, we all kind of do this. We all reorient ourselves to look better. Aaron is just in a difficult space because too many scandals have come up, and it's hard for him to redefine himself on the fly when we kind of know it's a fraud. So it's a little bit of a problem. But from my own memory, it is true that Aaron was a little cautious, but no, he dove in pretty strongly. And he's not telling, I guess, his new subscribers. A lot of this had to do with his falling out with Mike Rinder and Claire Headley, right? He was forced off the Aftermath Foundation. Again, for many of the same problems he's now experiencing, right? These money problems, these sex scandal issues, and his tendency to not be good with information. Like, he doxes a lot of people. He's careless with information. He is very vindictive, and so on and so forth. So to me, it was fairly blunt and obvious. He was distracting people with Streets, right? Streets was doing a lot of theatrical stuff, and he was like, guys, William Gude, Mr. Streets LA, is destroying the Scientology. Let's tune in. So people wouldn't be asking difficult questions like, well, wait, what exactly happened with Claire? Do you really hate Mike Rinder? I mean, weren't you friends for years? Just do not know. It's time to tune in to Streets LA and the theatricals. And this is a brand new audience we should be wanting to attract into the quote movement. And how do we know this? Because Aaron, doing the numbers game, lies again and says, guys, it's clear that Streets is the way. He's got more subscribers than me. With his usual Joker laugh.
Discussion about what it is to make a protest channel grow, because a channel growing under its own effort and growing its own audience that is big enough to support that channel and that creator when they need financial help for legal funds is the only way the movement is going to be sustainable over the long term.
Listen,
and
it's a fact
Streets'
that he
channel
helped
has
Natalie
done.
and Jenna and others, and they're at what, roughly 20,000 subscribers. So he said, I could only give him 1,000 subscribers. That's just a lie. I'm sure if I took the time and energy, I could find a ton of people who subscribe to Aaron and subscribe to Streets, and it's way more than 1,000 people. Come on, really? For like several months, he kept trying to promote certain channels that were allied with the protesters or war protesters. Just found it strange he didn't bring up Jessica Palmadessa. Did something happen with Jessica? Because believe me, Aaron seemed to be kind of into Jessica. Again, I'm not saying Jessica, who's a OnlyFans model, and listen, if she wants to take off her clothing, hey, that is her business. She wants to, whatever, that's her. But it was really strange. They had a really strange relationship, and it seemed friendly, but now it's like she disappeared, even though she has a massive audience. I'm like, that's just strange. Also, I guess he's not a protester, even though she's literally next to Streets. She's literally right next to him. So that is just strange. Alrighty, so let's get to the main topic, that it's about growing your channels, guys. I can't do that for you. No, I can't. What can I do? Wow, you have like 250,000 people. You literally order your people to subscribe to other people. And Magic's, like a lot of these channels went from what? 1, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers? And a lot of them went over the 10,000 subscriber count. So I don't know. Anyway, so he says the reason he succeeded versus Streets is he's just so joyful and funny. He's just a fun guy.
I think it's fair to say that in my videos, I come across relatively upbeat, enthusiastic, gung-ho. I try to be funny. I try to do it from the very beginning. Even my intro is funny. It's a great day not to be in a cult. That's funny. It's why I do it. So, people who find my channel for the first time, they have no idea who the hell I am. They don't know if I'm pro Scientology, against Scientology. Chances are they don't even know my channel's called Growing Up in Scientology. If they're seeing one of my shorts or if they're seeing one of my videos, sometimes that stuff will pop up and you don't even see the channel name right away. This has to do with also
massive growth is one thing: Danny Masterson. Right, that's it. This is not a mystery. The reason Aaron has gotten so big so fast is Danny Masterson. The Danny Masterson case became really big, so he devoted a huge amount of time on it. So guess what? He grew enormously. The problem is you do more and more digging, it doesn't make any sense, right? Literally, Aaron was in LA where Danny was. He didn't do anything against him. Now, back then, allegedly, Aaron was a dedicated Scientologist, although he keeps revising the history and saying, guys, I just didn't believe. So did he stay in LA and join Streets LA and the radical protest movements? No. He went to Florida. He went to Florida to make money as a businessman. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And maybe behind the scenes he did help people with the Danny Masterson case, but that's years later, right? So he came to the Danny Masterson cause very late, right? He bandwagoned, and Danny Masterson is a big notorious name. And Aaron did all this coverage, which was very deceptive, that, oh gosh, oh my God, the evil of Danny, the way he treats women's. I am a woman ally. I am a feminist. I am the super greatest feminist of all time, which was blatantly false. So it was very strange. Now you look at those videos. It is one very toxic Scientologist, to put it mildly, taking advantage of women, and another very toxic kind of ex-Scientologist. Although I think we now bring into question, what kind of ex-Scientology is this? It just seems like a different variation of Hubbard with Aaron's little spin on it. But in any case, I don't think this is that hard to understand. And believe me, I don't want to waste people's time. So how do you get big on YouTube? Well, it's always going to be really two main things. One is you put up a lot of things and you sort of have a brand that people are like, okay, you do this thing, you keep doing this thing, I keep tuning in for you to do the thing. Believe me, I've struggled with this, and I'm very grateful for anybody who watches at all, period. I am. Because believe me, you go back to those earlier videos, I was lucky to get 90 views. When I got like 100 views, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, that's incredible. But now if I get 100 views, I'm kind of disappointed. So it is a scaling issue, but it is a branding, right? You brand as this, good or bad. So if people think you're the movie guy, they'll tune into your movie reviews. But if you do like political commentary saying, I don't like that, It may still get an audience, but people are like, no, go back to the movies, and so on and so forth. If you do a lot about whatever it is, finance, cooking, whatever it is, if they want you for that thing, they'll tune in for that. If you try to stretch out, it's hard. Some people will tune in, a lot of people will not. So Aaron branded himself as the avenger of Danny Masterson and the Jane Does at the right time, and people believed it. And there you go. His videos got pretty big, and that's the end of the question. And that's the second part of the formula. He doesn't really tell people it is about videos going viral, right? Some of these videos went viral and definitely attracted a huge audience. But now you look at his videos, he routinely only gets 10,000 to 20,000 people, right? That's a good video for him now. 20 to 30,000 people. And you're like, what happened? Well, the Danny Masterson thing is over. So that was the big bump. And he keeps searching for new celebrities. P. Diddy, Ashton. He's on the lookout for the next thing. Emily Armstrong. Right. Did he do all these Linkin Park videos? No, he doesn't care about Linkin Park. He doesn't care about Emily Armstrong. It's the same formula. Danny Masterson, evil celebrity. Emily Armstrong, evil celebrity. I mean, Aaron is just not that clever. He's not as intelligent as people think he is. He's not this great business guru or even mastermind. He's a really simple guy. So why the viral? I mean, I've had videos that have gone viral. Some of the videos have 60,000 views. So, and I'm trying to get back to that because some of them were the Dune videos. So I got to build back up my Dune content. So why certain videos go viral is just not clear. It's a mystery. But if you get lucky, that viral video and your branding work together, right? It becomes a good cycle. So it will not always happen. Some videos get lucky. You will get that million, 2 million views. But a lot of the videos will not get that. So you have to be okay with that and be like, okay, well, regularly I'm going to get much smaller numbers. But Aaron is on the quest to find the new celebrity that he can pretend. Oh, yes. Oh, the Emily. Oh, the Danny. Oh, my God. I hate them so much, guys. Come in here. I will hate Emily Armstrong for you because it worked with Danny. And it is what it is. It's just a lot of luck and coincidence that your branding fits the topic. The videos go viral. You get a huge audience. And there you go. And with Streets, it's pretty much the same formula. I mean, the thing you have to respect about Streets is he kind of flipped on its head, right? Aaron is doing the easy thing. He's going outside and yelling about Tom Cruise and Emily Armstrong and P. Diddy and Danny Masterson. Guys, the danger of P. Diddy and Danny Masterson. They're in prison, but they're after you. Beware. The OSHA and P. Diddy and they can harm. I will save the women's. So it's just a lot of phony theatrics. But good or bad, Streets mocks normal Scientologists and the famous Scientologists. Do the branding, and apparently the branding here is mocking Scientologists. And you could do it an easy way, like Aaron, just find a big celebrity, just keep doing videos about that celebrity. I mean, his Tom Cruise videos are just notoriously empty. And again, I'm very critical of Tom. I don't like what Tom does with the cult, but he just does endless Tom Cruise videos. And listen, you learn from the master. That clearly, that audience just has an appetite for those videos. But even that audience will stop, right? His Tom Cruise videos sometimes get 50,000. Sometimes they get 10,000. Sometimes they get 15,000. But he just keeps going back to Tom Cruise. Is it because Tom Cruise is doing all these things even in Scientology? No, he does a few things, but, you know, I'd have to give Streets a lot more respect that, yeah, he does that a little bit, but he does focus on the everyday Scientologist. So at least there you go. If you want at least a more realistic picture of Scientology, Streets does provide it. It is still a fraud. It is theatrical. Don't really believe it, but at least it's a little bit more in touch with the reality. With Aaron, it's just fantasy island where all these rich, big celebrity Scientologists are trying to destroy him. But the vast majority of them have no clue who he is. But there you go. It is what it is, theater. So you got to tell the theatrical to the audience. Aaron talking about protest channels or sustainability. Yeah, he doesn't care. It's just something to distract people because the scandals keep getting bigger. And they are getting bigger, so I don't know. I don't think it's going to work, but he's going to keep trying to distract us, and that's what he does.